Family, the place meant to give peace, sometimes becomes the battlefield of pain, whereby in family we expect warmth, comfort from among ourselves, but ironically we find silence. At times we expect to find love, but ironically we receive distance. And yet, even in this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has left ayat in the Quran for you and I. Because you see, conflicts in family life isn't a curse, it's a curriculum. What I mean, form of human nature. So it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaching you and I how to love without falling into our egos and to forgive without weakness. Why I say this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Hujurat, the 10th ayah, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةٌ وَأَصْلِحُوا بَيْنَ أَخَوَيْكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the believers are but brothers. Ikhwat. So reconcile between your brothers. فَأَصْلِحُوا, reconcile. Allah is ordering us to what? To reconcile. Notice here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say argue. No, He said aslihu. Restore harmony. Bring that togetherness, that unity. Why? It's not about proving who is right, who is wrong, who is on the other side, who is. No, it's about preserving what is sacred, what is precious. Family, the bond. Because you see, family ties in Islam aren't social contracts, they are divine. For example, let's look at the story of Yusuf alayhi salam with his brothers. He didn't just argue, no, they betrayed him, threw him in a well. And then what happened? Years later, when power was in Yusuf's hands, the grip of power, what did he do? He could have punished them. He had the authority. And he remembered what they did to him. But what did he say? He said, La tathriba alaykum al-yawma yaghfirullahu lakum. Yusuf alayhi salam is saying that no blame upon you today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive you all. In the 92nd ayah of Surah Yusuf. Now, when you look at this, this is what we call the discipline of power. Yusuf alayhi salam is showing how disciplined he is. Ethics of power. Forgiving not because they deserve it, but because your heart deserves peace. Oh, that's what he's showing here. Because when you look at the ayah, the statement, La tathrib, that no blame. It comes, the word tathrib comes from the root word tharaba, meaning to cut deeply. Subhanallah, the eloquence here is so powerful. Yusuf alayhi salam says, I will not cut you back. I will not cut, because that's brotherhood, blood brothers. He is teaching, don't let revenge be the language of the heart of pain. When family wounds you, your test is not justice, not revenge, not payback. It's love and care. Because with it, love and care, it's the proof of faith. Now, when you look at this, today, we see siblings not speaking for years. I've ever experienced this, and I hope also guys out there have ever experienced this. Parents, get angry with children. Even WhatsApp blocks and even what called silent battles. People block numbers. You block the WhatsApp contacts, even on Facebook, social media, all that. Block phone numbers. You ask yourself, if Yusuf could forgive his blood brothers who tried to erase him, can we not forgive a harsh word, a forgotten favor, a misunderstanding? Yes, I understand. Words are hurtful, which someone can put. Islam doesn't ask you to forget pain. No, it asks you to transform that pain into wisdom. Yes? Because here, morals here teaches us that we need to first have what you call reconciliation to the noblest ones. Why? Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it is not permissible for a Muslim to boycott his brother beyond 3 days. Reported by Bukhari. Beyond 3 days to boycott. It's not. Use that time before the 3 days elapse to reconcile. And here, when he was hurt by his own tribe, by his family, what did he do? He still said, "Oh Allah, forgive my people, for they do not know." Yes? They do not know. La ya'lamun. They don't know. That's what you call rahmah, love and care, showing compassion, rooted in what you call understanding, not emotions. So here he had to use what is logical, being overweighed what? His emotions. And which some of us find it hard to perceive and apply. May Allah protect us from such. So every family conflict is not random. It's purposeful, or it's designed with purpose. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to polish, to remove your egos through the mirror of your loved ones. Whereby you find that sometimes your siblings have their harshness, harsh words. So it's what awakens you humility. Someone can speak something terrible about you. And sometimes your parents' criticism is the test of your patience. Yes, they can speak hurtful words, words that can take you off. So before I react, we need to ask ourselves, what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaching you and I through this pain we go through, the emotional pain, the trauma we get? Because you see, to heal a family rift, the first thing is we need to learn how to initiate peace. Privately, a single message can open a divine door. Just a single message. Say, you know what? I want to talk with you. I'm sorry for what I did. Can I have a word with you? Such words, small kind words. The second thing is to replace you, like I felt. Use choice of words. Have the correct way of speaking. Words of what? Tranquility. The third thing is what's called praying together, whereby that the soul that bows together finds unity faster than the tongue can. You need to pray together, that bond, because you have stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fourth thing is, do not seek to win, seek to understand. And this is what I also train myself. Yes? I seek to understand, not to win, because family bring peace. When you learn that, you bring peace within your family members. Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that whoever wishes for his provisions to be expanded, subhanallah, like barak, expanded, and his life extended, let him maintain what you call family ties. It's reported by Bukhari. So, maybe the barak is missing in your rizq. Yes? It isn't in your job, or it isn't in your heart. So what do you do here? You have to call the one. Call the one you stopped calling. Yes? Anyone, any of your siblings or family members. Forgive the one who didn't ask. Yes? And watch how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala restores what ego destroyed. I understand this is too hard for some people to forgive, to, reconcile. Because when you heal a family wound, those scars, you heal a piece of the ummah. The ummah is joined together. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us be united with good family bonds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us reconcile among our family members. May Allah give us that courage, and we learn from lessons of Nabi Yusuf alayhi salam in Surah Yusuf, of how he was able to reconcile with his brothers despite them betraying him, and at the end, with all the power which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him, and his remembrance of what they did to him, he managed to what? To forgive them, and he had to what? Heal that wound. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that courage. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.